Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, my name is Coco. I hope you stay, I hope you enjoy, I hope you like my content, and I hope you like my vibe. If it is not your first time here, welcome back, baby boy, baby girl. It is another video, but in today's video I am going to be showing you guys how I achieved this look, but I will be doing it on my twin sister Asi. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video, watch it till the end, and yeah, let's get this show on the road. So this is my little setup. I will be telling you guys which products I will be using. So I will be going in with the L'Oreal Revitalift Day Moisturizing Cream just to prep her skin for the makeup Kesana, followed by the L'Oreal Revitalift Filler Serum. I absolutely love the consistency of this serum. It hydrates your skin, and we know that skin prep is tea when it comes to makeup. And the brush I am using to apply all of this skin prep is a brush that I got from Shein or Ko Glam. And the next thing that I'll be doing is adding this Good Grip primer from Ko Glam. I am absolutely in love with this primer, the consistency of it. And I really love the grip because it keeps your makeup in place. So I am a brows first girly, and I start off by brushing them out using a spoolie, followed by this brow gel palette that I got from Shein using the middle color. I then go in and I shape out her brows, and make sure you're not pressing too hard because that will come off very harsh and very dark, and we are trying to get the most lightest but visible brow, which is why I always opt for a brown or a darker brown than to use black for your brows. And after carving your brows, make sure that you comb them out to see if there aren't any gaps that need to be filled. So I'll be using the full coverage concealer from Wet n Wild in the shade Tan Deep, and the full coverage concealer from Ko Glam in the shade Golden to carve and snatch those brows. So I like working back to front, starting off with the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer, placing it exactly at the end of the brow as well as the front of the brow, and in the arch of the brow is where I will add the golden concealer from Shein. Make sure that there isn't too much product on the brush and that you blend downwards. And to also not rush the process, take your time, don't rush. Then for the top of the brow, I'll be using the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer in shade Tan Deep. So now just get a concealer that will be closest to your person or to your skin tone. And now onto the blending. As you guys can see that I'm blending downwards and just away from the brows. And we want to use the lightest hand possible. For foundation, I'll be using the Ko Glam Complexion Pro Matte Foundation in shade Mahogany. The coverage speaks volumes. Oh my goodness, I'm so obsessed with the foundation, the coverage, the consistency, and the blend, darling. Most of this makeup is literally from Ko Glam because what do you mean? So the brush I am using is also from Shein, and it is the best brush ever, but I do use a damp beauty blender to blend the makeup. This specific blender is from Wet n Wild. Nikhumbule nokuthi guys, mes blender asirabi siyayitap, tap. But guys, tap in moderation. Faces are very sensitive, and just work with a very light hand. And I've had to learn to actually lighten my hand when I'm working on other people's faces. But yeah, like just lighten your hand. Then you can go in with your blending brush. So this can be any big, almost dense-ish brush to just blend everything together and remove excess product. Going back in with the Ko Glam concealer paired with the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer in shade 4N, I'll just be going under her eyes and concealing and brightening her under eye. Starting off with the Ko Glam concealer in the very inner parts of her under eye as well as her nose and her chin. Then at the outer corners of her eyes, that's where I'll be placing the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer and just bringing it down to form almost a triangle under her eyes. Then I take my Pro Conceal in the shade Dark Cocoa, and we are contouring her face. Darling, let's snatch that face. So here I use an angled brush that I got from Shein to just blend out the contour and snatch that face up. and remembering to go very slowly and very carefully so you don't get product where it's not needed. And because you've allowed the concealer to sit, now it is time to blend it up. So I start from the bottom of the corner that we created and I move towards the eyelid, the bottom eyelid, and you can see that she is looking up, giving me more room to work with. Guys, look at that skin work. Look at that skin. Look at that buttery skin, darling. So we're just repeating the same steps on the other side, and remember that we're still tapping that face. We're not doing anything else. And now we're taking that Ko Glam powder foundation in the shade Cashew, and we are placing it under the eyes as if it was translucent powder. The reason I use this powder foundation is because look at that blur. Oh my goodness, I don't know what else you want me to say. I actually don't think there's any powder out there that can achieve this blur, darling. No. And remember that we're placing this powder where the concealer was placed, and the remainder of the powder will go onto the eyelids to set the eyelids as well as onto the brows. But I like to go in with my finger first to just make sure that there is no creasing that I'll be setting in place, and just be very, very careful, darling. These are the brows. These are very crucial in your look and you can't afford to mess them up. Now we're going in with the Shein Baked Glow setting powder in shade Deep Brown to just bake her face just a little bit under her eyes as well as wherever we placed the concealer, just to give it that type of filtered makeup look. So when doing this, I prefer if there is very little powder on the powder puff because I don't want any excess powder. It will look cakey. And the main event, the eyes. I got this palette from Shein, going in with their black shade right in the center of the lid. It was my first time using this palette and I must say that it is very pigmented, so that is a win, and I love the fact that you can still build on it. Now we're taking our Ko Glam bronzer palette and using the middle to be our transition color, this being the color that I'll be using between the black and the brow. And the objective is to seamlessly blend the black into the brown, removing the harsh lines and also giving us that flawless finish with your eyeshadow. Look at that signature. What? Yeah, so now I'll be taking a different brush and just making sure that it has blended seamlessly. The key is to have many small blending brushes and they must be clean. Let's go ahead and take off that baking powder, darling, before you forget. And the reason why I actually put it before I do the eyeshadow is so that if some of the black powder falls onto the face, I can easily brush it off. And for eyeliner, we're using the Essence Long Lasting Gel Eye Pencil in the shade Black Fever. And going back to that bronzer palette, we're using the highlighter of it, and sanaaa, we're using the fluffiest brush in our set, taking the smallest amount and what do you call this, swashing it onto the face, barely touching the skin. Look at how it applies so beautifully onto her skin. Don't forget the nose. And for her bottom lashes, we're using the Maybelline Colossal Mascara in 100% black. So when I apply mascara, I like to do it in a side to side type of motion where it's like I'm rubbing the product onto the lashes instead of the normal downward motion of applying mascara. I feel like it applies much better when you do it like that, and it applies thicker and fuller. Many of you were asking where my lashes were from or where I got them done. Sanaaa, they are from Shein. They are strip lashes and not individual lashes, so I will try to find them again. I got them about 2 years back, but they are the girl they think they are, definitely. For her lips, we're using the Ko Glam lipstick and lip liner duo, the gel eyeliner palette using the middle shade, and smudge retractable liner from Clicks in shade Brown. Starting off, I use the smudge retractable liner to just outline her lips, and then going in with the middle shade of the palette. And make sure you don't take too much product. I did kind of take too much product and the lips did become a bit darker than I wanted them to be, but I'm not mad because they did turn out great at the end. And now we're taking the lipstick duo and we are lipsticking her lips. So with this lipstick, it was giving that gradient that I was looking for. Now I'm going in with a brush again just to blend everything out just to make sure that it is seamless, darling, and there are no harsh lines that you can spot from a mile away. So you're gonna grab your spoolie again and just comb inside the brows, making sure that you're not messing anything up or moving anything out of its place. And now we're going in with the Ko Glam Locked In Setting Spray. I don't like the taste of setting spray, so that's why I asked her to pull this base, and I brought in my fan so it can dry quicker and the spray can set on her face. I added some glitter to her inner corners of her eyes, and we are done. Okay guys, and this is the final look. Yeah, I think I killed it. I think I'm ready for clients. I think so. Ready and the reveal is in 3, 2, 1. Sana Hey, habe mau na. Oh. Hi, ungabuki lana man. Ungabuki lana. Asma kuthi ngiyenzani. Uthezela uyusala no 25. Lalela. Usala no 25 for ngabuki. Like so nje lapho. Oh na, look at that. Hala. Everything! The crazy part is that almost everything is from Shein. Ko Glam, babe. Ko Glam. Here's your other babe. Over your babe. Ko Glam. Like you don't need the expensive things. You just need the skill and you're done. You're done. The coverage. Yeah, you look so good. You know, I had to, and I did. You did, period. I could literally shoot something right now. Like you can literally shoot something. Yeah. Yes guys, and that is the end of the video. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 10,000. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you learned a thing or two. This is my signature look. Like, get with it. Like, clock it. And I will be doing people's faces very soon. So stay on the lookout on my Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. And yeah guys, that is it from me.